I'm here to tell you about my new book, Quit Smoking Now, Today, for Good. I myself was a very heavy smoker. I smoked for over 11 and a half years and I was getting through about a carton of cigarettes a week, which is something around 250 cigarettes a week. So a very heavy smoker. I had many attempts to give up, which were not successful. I'd cut down for a day here or a week there, or not long. The longest I went without successfully quitting was in the order of about 3 months. Then I was back on the smokes. One day, after about 11 and a half years, and I had many attempts to cut down too while I was in that process of try and quit, and I'd try and cut down, and I'd end up back smoking again. And so one day, around about 11 and a half years after I started smoking full on, I was out with some friends. I was coughing away and I realised that the smoking was killing me, as it was no surprise. I was in the middle of yet another attempt to cut down, and then all of a sudden, because I tried to quit many times before, I went through a very specific sequence of speech and action. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps. And I quit for life. I gave them away. I never had a problem. I had a few cravings, of course. In fact, I had quite serious cravings, but I found a mental trick to defeat the cravings. And what I've done is, after I quit, I told my wife what I'd done. She did what I did and quit. And then I wrote up, several years later, this little book, which I've tried out on other people, and they've quit. And they've been hard cases too. They've been people who have tried many times to give up without success, and they've followed my steps, my action steps, and they've quit. And what's different about this from other quitting methods is you do it really in a matter of seconds. It's a short book, it takes about an hour to read, and there are simple exercises to do. And they're all to do with getting your mind and your body synchronized so that you can quit. And what you actually do is step forward quite literally into becoming an ex-smoker. You reprogram your brain into ex-smokerhood, if you like. And this, by the way, was a long sort of discovery of how to make this into a process that other people could use. What I did worked for me, but it wasn't until several years afterwards that I went to a psychology workshop and I learned how the steps could be broken down, what the steps were, what the process was that I'd actually been through. So I was able to explore that, and I was able to workshop it into a process that anyone can use themselves to quit. In about an hour, all up for the process, and the actual quitting exercise takes a matter of seconds, less than half a minute. But the first part of the book, the bulk of the book, is preparation, because if your mind is not prepared, it won't work. You have to prepare your brain first. So I start off with, I tell my own quitting story, and you can see that on my website. You know, how it was that I became a smoker, how it was that I smoked for years, and then eventually to the point where I quit. It's quite short. The purpose of that is that you have to understand your own smoking story in order to be able to confront it and defeat it. Okay, so the first thing is to model a smoking story, and as you read mine, you will recall your own. I work with that story later, so everyone will have their own story. It's all quite different for different people, but your story is what you will work with to turn that around. The difference between what I do and, for example, hypnosis is you can buy endless hypnosis recordings or download them or things like that, and the idea is you listen to them and listen to them and listen to them, and most of them come with recommendations to listen to them once a day for a month, and with a bit of luck you'll quit smoking. I don't do that. What I do is a very specific speech and action process. I use your body, your movement and your speech to reprogram your brain. It's called neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, I've modelled that on NLP patterns. That's what I use. It works gangbusters. The other thing is, a lot of people say, why not use nicotine patches? I never used nicotine patches. Nobody I know who has quit has used nicotine patches. I've got somebody who's quit using my method who had tried nicotine patches and didn't work, but look, I really can't comment on that. All I can say is, from my own point of view, what I was trying to get rid of was the chemicals of cigarettes out of my system, and there was no way known I was going to stick nicotine patches onto my body or chemical patches onto my body. I don't trust them. I did once try another thing, which was a tobacco cigarette substitute. I forgot what it was now. It was cocoa fibre or something. I have no idea. absolutely disgusting. You know, like tried 2 of the things and threw them in the bin. It was just a joke. What is necessary in order to quit is to change your brain. It's a trick of the mind to click over into ex-smokerhood. You do that by combining speech and action together. Your mind and your body have to work together to take the step into ex-smokerhood. That's what my method does. There's nothing else like it out there. Absolutely nothing. I've looked and I've looked. I can't see anyone who's doing anything like what I'm doing. So go to the website, check it out, and if you're serious about quitting, take it from there. Okay? Because it's worked for other people who have been very, very tough cases. It's a brand new thing. I've just launched it. That's why I'm doing this little clip. And, you know, you will quit. If you want to, you will quit. This gives you the key. It took me many years for it to happen to me, and it took about another 10 years before I actually went through the psychology workshop that showed me how to put this into a pattern that other people can follow. Now I've done that. I've just launched the book. I'm not going to wish you luck, because I don't believe it's a matter of luck. I don't believe it's a matter of willpower. I believe it's a matter of changing your brain, of reprogramming your brain into becoming an ex-smoker, and you will quit once you do that, and you will do that in about an hour. It will take about an hour to use my method, and it will take seconds for the quitting process. You prepare yourself, and I go into dealing with cravings, I go into alcohol, I go into the myth of weight gain after smoking, I go into a whole lot of stuff there. It's all on the website. Go and have a read, and see you in ex-smoker land very soon. No worries.